Hey guys, this is The.engineer here, and today we're doing some more Space Agency. Well, I say some more, we're just continuing it. Not really doing anything different, because... Right, whatever. Right, so last time they didn't return. Not quite sure why, but they didn't. Which is why the video is called Why Have They No Return. So this is mission 13. Now, we've already read all of this, but... Right, if I just... Right, so just... Because we've already read this, if I just do all this. So for gold, less than 7 minutes 40 and 11,200. 11 million, sorry, 200,000. Silver less than 80 million and less than 10 minutes. And bronze less than 22 million and 12 minutes. And if you really want to have me reread that, go back onto my next video. It's about the last 5 minutes or so. So we have to send up this thing. Now, as it works last time, I may as well just use the same staging, because if it works once, you may as well use it again. That's why there have been... Thank you, Jim. That's why there have been so many Saturn V rockets. Thank you again, Jim. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off. And if you remember from last episode... He didn't say it. Never mind. Now, if you remember from last episode, we called the countdown word guy Jim. And he has a doctorate in countdowning. Commencing roll program. Thank you for telling us, Jim. Jim is an official character now. He is part of UCAEA. He's the second member. Well, technically the third, but... After Bob, our fearless astronaut. Well, it's not really Bob. Bob is his friend. Our fearless astronaut is actually Jebediah. If anyone gets that, that's a Kerbal Space Program reference. No, we have Bob, Jim, and me, Jack. And that is currently the crew of our UCAE thing. I'm not actually in the rocket. I'm working at mission control. And I'm flying the rocket. Because I'm self-proclaimed aerospace engineer and manager of the UCAA. These are all minor details. Get to actually flying a rocket. I was going to say let's get to flying the rocket, but now I'm going to have to speed up so that we complete the orbit. Hello, Comsat. We're bouncing radio waves off of this satellite so that we can communicate with these guys. Because otherwise there'd be a blind spot. Also, if you're wondering, we're based in England, which is why there'd be a blind spot. Now, if you're not from England, you may be a bit insulted, but as an English person, I think that England is awesome. England person. As a British person, I think that England is awesome. If you're American, or Russian, or Canadian, or South American, or European, or African, or Chinese, or Australian, that's what I call Australia, or Canadian, I think I've said that twice now. If you're from anywhere that isn't Britain, please don't take offence to that. It's just that I honestly think that Britain is the best place ever. Although I'm slightly, what's the word? Biased. There you go. Slightly biased, seeing as I live there. Doing this seemed to work last time, so I'm going to do it again. Except I'm not going to blast them off, I'm just going to stop them. If that makes sense. If it doesn't, please tell me. I've been told that I don't make sense on many occasions, so... If I stop making sense, please just tell me. It'll make your lives easier. If we pinch to zoom in... We hit this, and just a bit of boost forward. Now in the real world, that jet would probably destroy the previous crew, so if we just wait for that to dock, and then we can be on our way. There we go. And we have to fly the modules back to home. I hope this works. Oh, I think I know why it didn't work last time. So we got rid of this before we entered the atmosphere. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Why didn't I realize that last time? That doesn't count as flying it back to home, so I'm not sure why I'm checking, but never mind. Now if you just wait here and watch the screen for 120 odd navies, or navies. If you're getting annoyed with my pronunciation of it, blame Legend of Zelda. If not, just bear with me. Bear with me is an odd statement. There we go. We're going to collide with the planet, I hope. It's not that I want to kill the astronauts, it's just that I want to see something interesting. Plus, I do have a little grudge against the astronauts, because they didn't work last time. We killed them all. And it's definitely their fault, not mine. I can't see how it would be my fault, so. Now if we just do a retrograde burn, there we go. There we go, there goes that module. Which, there we go. Now we'll probably get this. And skip over the atmosphere. They don't actually skip over the atmosphere, so I don't know why I said it. It just sounds good. I'm going to finish with something really spectacular for this re-entry. Something along the lines of Google do a barrel roll. Except it's not actually Google. We're just making the astronauts dizzy pointlessly. I really like re-entry. I mean, I don't like doing it, it's just that. It's interesting how sometimes you can use very little RCS. Monopropellant, sorry. Well, it's the same thing. Then other times you can use most, if not all of it, that you have. Speaking of RCS, did you know that the first ever email sent from space was sent by one of the space shuttles? An email included something along the likes of, "We need cryo and RCS. Wish you were here." So, there you go, there's an interesting fact about RCS. Well, I say it's interesting. It's interesting for me, because I'm into this space stuff. Which is, funnily enough, why I'm doing this. In a minute, Jim should tell us that we've splashed down. So if we just wait for it. And there we go. There we go, we've splashed down. Oh, new rocket parts. Mission 14. Lunar orbit. Build a Saturn V rocket. Yes. Launch the crew service modules into orbit. Travel to the moon. Complete a full orbit. Return home. Re-enter and splash down. Budget 96,475,000. It's quite a bit. I want some money. Max time 10 minutes. This will be the first all-up test of the Saturn V launch vehicle. The next mission to use the vehicle will be the moon landing. The lunar module descent stage is still under construction, and so no LM will be carried on this mission. Assemble the Saturn V rocket as follows. Saturn V first stage, connector large to large. Saturn V second stage, Saturn V third stage, Saturn V payload fairing, Apollo service module, dockable crew module, and the crew escape tower. The crew and service modules must complete at least one full orbit of the moon before returning to home, where the crew module should re-enter and splash down safely. Now gold, the maximum is the amount of money that it costs, so that's going to be the same, because I think that's how much it costs to assemble the rocket. So less than 7 minutes, 1 minute while I get my words. Gold for less than 7 minutes, silver less than 8, and bronze less than 10. So, what was that? Large, small, oh wait no, connector, small. I see, look, I like some of these, because they have an automatic connector as part of their stage. Third stage, payload fairing, Apollo, dockable crew module, and escape tower. And just to check that, yeah. Oh look, there's a little moon up there. I never noticed that before, and this rocket looks awesome. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, engines, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Now I may have said this before, but the Saturn V first stage is an incredibly powerful piece of aerospace transportation vehicle thing, machinery. And whenever I get the chance to in free play mode or sandbox mode, I try and use it. Now by now you should have become accustomed to me not doing the whole roll thing. If not, I did state a reason for it. I'm not sure what the reason is, but now the Saturn V second stage in this is actually really underpowered, because it has very little fuel, very little power, and I'm pretty sure that just by itself it only gets 30%. So it's really underpowered and a bit rubbish, which is why I tend not to use it. Now honestly, this still looks cool. Now where are we? So if we just get around, oh, Loon, there we go. Loon, Lun. I'm going to change that in a minute. On the fly, I'm going to change it. There we go. We're just about to complete one full orbit. Focus on the moon, burn, and we can do that. Now where's the moon? Moon. M-U-N. That is both a Kerbal Space Program reference and the fact that, well, Kerbal Space Program reference because of the moon, which is M-U-N. Still pronounced moon, but it's Kerbal's moon. No, Kerbin's moon, sorry. Because Kerbal is the star in the centre. And so that's a reference to that. And also because M-U-N sounds a lot more like the moon than L-U-N, which I think is short for Lunar. That's just on a guess. Now it's going to take us a very long time to spin round to slow down and to adjust our orbit, so I'll just zoom in quickly. Now if I double tap it will just take me straight out and straight in, so that's good. And there we go, now we can start burning to pull us in. There we go, now we've course corrected and we've slowed down for an orbit. We can double tap. Double tap! Yeah, look, we've got a collision course on the moon. Well, not collision course, but you know what I mean. Got a course for the moon. And now, just as we spin round, I get a Clash of Clans thing. Sometimes I play Clash of Clans. It's not all the time. It's most of the time. Now I'm going to do a little more than one orbit so that I can fix this. There we go, and we've completed that. And now, yeah, screw you, thingamadoodah. It's just going to stay there around the moon now. We don't really care though. Bye, Saturn V module. We probably won't see you again. It was a good run while we had you though. Even though I absolutely hate the Saturn V second and third stage. Never mind while I just absent-mindedly talk to my iPod. And for the record, yes, I am actually using an iPod. Some people were confused and thought I was using a phone. On the way home, there isn't really a lot to say. I can comment on things on the screen, but I think that annoys certain people. Oh, something dinged. I just want to see what else there is. ENC. Wonder what ENC is. Maybe at some point I'll go visit ENC to see what it is. There we go, we've come within range of the home. Now we can zoom out. Yeah, we're on course. Now we can zoom just into the green bits. But not too far in, because I want to get there at some measurement of speed. Oh, we may collide with the telescope. That'd be bad. Oh. There we go, we've passed the thingamadoodah. Now you may not have been able to see that, but I just spun it all around. Now here we go, we're re-entering. Re-entry effect showing quite obviously. Ah, please don't blow up. No, we want to bring Bob back. I'm just calling him Bob because that's his nickname. If anyone out there has a better name for him, please comment. Or keep it to yourself. I'll think of one if you don't. Please, yeah, just comment a name. I may even call this episode Name That Astronaut. Or maybe Blankety Who Went to the Moon. That sounds like a really good film. Blankety Who Went to the Moon. I would watch that if that was a film. Now if you look, I appear to have found some sort of glitch, where the past couple of altimeter readings have just kept me going in a straight line. I'm not complaining though, it just makes my life easier. Here we go, just slowly dropping down. I realise this may be a bit late, but Jim told us that the parachute opened. So that's good. We've still got loads of RCS. Monopropellant, sorry. What a waste. Oh, here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. I didn't count correctly, but never mind. And there we go. We completed it with the silver award. And so next time, we're doing the Grand Tour with the Voyager X. which I'd assume is the Voyager probe reincarnate. And so, with that little teaser for next time in place, goodbye. This has been The.enginear. I'm changing the outro now as well. So this has been The.enginear, and I wait until next time. Leave a like and subscribe. Goodbye.